Machu Picchu is one of the most impressive ancient cities on Earth. Built high in the Andes with perfectly cut stone, massive terraces, and no mortar holding it together, it survived centuries of earthquakes and jungle. Today, millions of people visit each year, making it one of the most popular archaeological sites in the world. But the journey to get there can be equally as impressive. We've hiked the Salkantay Trail for 4 days, through glacial lakes, snowy peaks, and high-altitude storms before arriving in Aguascalientes, the gateway to Machu Picchu. Tomorrow, most people queue at 4 a.m. to take a bus straight to the front gates, but we're not taking the bus. We're headed back into the jungle to find a hidden link to the original Inka Trail, a final brutal climb to the Sun Gate, and the only way to enter the lost city the way it was meant to be seen. This is the finish line.
So the first part of our walk is going to take us along this railroad. We're going to go to kilometre 106, and that is when we start going up towards some of the Inca ruins. The reason we're doing this is because we wanted to go through the Sun Gate to Machu Picchu because it's like iconic. You can only do that from the Inca Trail, I believe.
We're back following the railroad again, alongside the Urubamba River, stopping for the trains as they pass. We cross the river, stop at a checkpoint and have our permits checked. Rising behind are the Inca terraces. To conquer the vertical world of the Andes, the Inca became master architects. They carved thousands of terraces into these slopes, turning unusable mountain faces into farmland for potato, maize, and quinoa. This is where the trail gets grueling. We enter an endless number of switchbacks, side-to-side trails climbing the steep mountains. You can see how steep these were and how much climbing we had to do. We rise above the clouds below and continue to hike up. The mountains surrounding us look like a scene from Jurassic Park, and the river wraps below. A few hours of climbing later, and it's time for a cheeky snack break.
The rest of it's flat now, so we're treating ourselves to some chocolate cake.
We're now heading to mini Machu Picchu, which is another Inca ruin called Wina.
And it's covered in cloud.
The negative is that it's pretty cloudy and misty. However, drawing on the positives from it, it gives it like a shroud of mystery. Like everything looks really mysterious and ancient. You can feel the ancient civilization that was here. As well as that, there's no one here. Also pretty cool. It's just us walking around these ruins.
How mysterious do we look?
Wina means forever young in Quechua, built on a steep slope with terraces stopping landslides and draining rainwater, turning this hostile mountain into fertile land.
This ancient Inca ruin, also known as the mini Machu Picchu, this is like proper adventure. Let's go and check it out.
This was a gateway and a final preparation point for pilgrims to rest before the big climb.
Look at this place. This is just ridiculous. I can hear my own voice echoing. Echo! I can't believe how well preserved it is. Like, look how pristine this wall is. What is that in the distance? Looks like a llama. I think I can see a llama.
Here, rock, is the water's filter, drainage, for no collapse damage.
We are back on the road. By road, I mean Inca Trail. And we are heading to Puerta del Sol, the Sun Gate.
We walk the stony ridge that cuts across the mountains, and now we're walking on the original Inca Trail. The stone steps become steeper as we ascend through the cloud forest towards Inti Punku, the Sun Gate.
Just gotta hope that one of those bits passes between us at the Sun Gate and Machu Picchu to give us a view. Oh, what's the name of the step?
Ringo killer is that way, bro.
Ah, my thighs! Ow!
Some killer as well.
Sounds killer.
But then we finally reach it. We've hiked for 5 days just to be here, the Sun Gate. The back backdoor entrance of Machu Picchu, but the view is still super cloudy. Inti Punku is the original entrance to Machu Picchu. After days of walking, this is where people first arrived. The Incas designed it so you reach this point before you see anything else. You stop here and then Machu Picchu appears below you, except when it's cloudy and all you can see is clouds. But now, we wait.
I feel like some kind of survivor in this poncho, but we are here waiting for Machu Picchu. It's lunchtime as well, so we're having our lunch.
And wait, and wait.
I feel like this had the intention of being something really beautiful. Eating our lunch,
I know.
seeing Machu Picchu, being at the iconic sun gate. Instead it's turned into like a rescue movie.
It would have been nice if there was like a cafe or something up here so you could wait inside. Not out in the rain. But I do understand it's an Inca ruin.
And 2 hours later, it is still cloudy.
Okay, we've been waiting for a few hours. Nothing really has happened, which is quite funny. The view is still very similar to how it was before, so we're going to head down into Machu Picchu. The advantage of doing the Inka Trail really is that we've got 2 chances. So tomorrow we're going to go actually into Machu Picchu fully to have a tour.
Machu Picchu is now split into 3 circuits to manage the flow of people, and from the sun gate you can enter the top into Circuit 1. Despite not seeing Machu Picchu, the feeling of being here is just unreal.
Pretty epic walk though, through the Inca ruins with the misty mountains behind.
Ancient civilizations, mysterious clouds and mountains peeping up in the distance, and the clouds slowly start to roll through, revealing the lost city underneath. Machu Picchu was built in the mid-1400s during the height of the Inca Empire. It was the largest civilization in the Americas, commissioned by Emperor Pachacuti as a royal estate and a sacred site.
It looks even more spectacular in real life. Especially when, for the whole morning, you were thinking, nah, that's it, we're just going to see clouds. And then it pops out.
Everything here was shaped by hand and fitted so precisely that the stones still hold without mortar, and it still survives earthquakes. When the Spanish arrived, they never found it, and reintroduced by the world in 1911 by Hiram Bingham, a Yale historian led here by local farmers who always knew it was here. Machu Picchu sits there below us. A place I remember visiting as a child, and coming back is truly emotional. Standing here tired and out of breath, seeing this impressive city reveal itself is more than I could ever imagine. It makes sense being here why the Incas chose this location and why they designed the journey as much as the destination.
There's a really cute little surprise when we arrived at Machu Picchu is these t-shirts, which Roger bought all the way up, hiked all the way up to the sun gate and then gave us, which is pretty cool. And it's got the map of where we trekked for the last 6 days on the back. I feel like one of the coolest things about this is not just the actual Machu Picchu itself, but it's also all the giant cliffs all around.
I can't quite believe Incas built all of this, and this was an actual civilization that was functioning at the time. It's crazy to think.
It's 24 hours later, and after heading back down to Aguascalientes and sleeping overnight, we're heading back up for round 2.
My poncho at the ready.
And the weather is looking so much better already. Yesterday we were on Circuit 1 getting the aerial view, and today we're on Circuit 3 for a closer look and heading inside.
Machu Picchu, baby.
And that is the beauty of visiting twice, that we get 2 chances to see it.
Can't really explain how surreal it feels to actually be here, especially when you walked for 5 days to get here. To be fair, we've stayed in pretty nice places, but we've been on the road walking between 5 and 10, 11 hours a day, up massive mountains, down massive mountains, to get here to see this.
The The circuits are much busier than the trails, with a constant flow of people in and out. From up close, the engineering feat and scale is more visible. Giant green stone terraces, rooms and walls made brick by brick with nothing holding between them.
With Machu Picchu in the background.
Our circuit has a one-way loop around and inside the site. We walk around the trail while Roger tells us the history of the Inca. The Inca did practice human sacrifice, specifically of children who were seen as pure and close to the gods for protection from the gods.
The sacrifice is in the Salkantay, in the highest mountains.
Oh wow.
And then drinking ayahuasca. When they drinking ayahuasca, the child's sleeping and then no more wake up. And then the shaman to make like an offering. That's the offerings for the Pachamama.
Moving through the city is overwhelming. How deliberate and intelligent everything feels.
We are currently in what would be the Inca king's house, and it is quite a compact room actually, with an adjacent toilet like the Inca equivalent of an ensuite.
One of the strangest things about Machu Picchu is that no one knows why it was abandoned. There's no sign of battle or destruction, just a place slowly left behind and reclaimed by the jungle. Walking through it now feels like a place left back in time. Give us a cheeky subscribe as we're heading to north and the middle of Peru on an adventure you don't want to miss.